Let's welcome the teams of Myanmar and Palestine.
Mingla nya ne kinpa, Tonyai ne kinba, Masal Khair and Ahlan Wasalan. A good evening and welcome to the National Stadium in Mali. This is the AFC Challenge Cup 2014. Myanmar take on Palestine in this Group A encounter, and there's a lot to talk about both nations, but we get to that soon after we do our alma mater, which will be the national anthem of the respective teams. We've got Radi Avramovic here, the former Singapore coach and the goalkeeper of Notts County.
Palestine head of delegation to be introduced to the players and officials of the teams.
And an introduction, of course, very quickly to some of the important members of state, as well as a few dignitaries. And introducing the lads is Ramzi Saleh, the captain of Palestine. Our officials for today, let's tell you that our main referee is Nagor Amir Nur Mohammed of Malaysia. He's being assisted by linesman Azman bin Ismail of Malaysia and Shinji Ochi of Japan. Gamini Nivon Robesh of Sri Lanka is our fourth official. And the captain of Myanmar, Yan Peng, introducing his team.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Myanmar.
First up, it will be the national anthem of Myanmar.
And now the national anthem of Palestine.
So that was the national anthem of Myanmar. Now for the national anthem of Palestine. national anthem of Palestine. We'll get you acquainted with our teams now, and more importantly with, well, our officials as well. So very quickly we will look at the team lineups, and then of course a bit of a look back as to what both these sides have done. Remember, this is their second game in the group stage, so there are no newcomers, well, to the contest. Some of these lads have been here before as well, and it's fairly interesting to see, well, what they can bring to the table today. Our officials awaiting the arrival of the lads. Team shot first. And there we have it. Myanmar will feature. Tiha Situ need the bar. Ong Zo, Zomin Thun, Kin Mong and Situ Ong in defense. Yan Ong Kyo, Min Min Tu and Nyan Chan Ong will be, along with Ong Hen Kyo in midfield. In strike we've got the captain Yan Peng and Kyo Ko Ko. For Palestine it will be Ramzi Saleh, the captain and custodian of the team, need the bar. He'll be joined by Musa Abu Jazar, Khalid Mahdi, Abdul Latif Al-Bahadi, Al-Badari, Musa Batat in defense. In midfield we've got Qadir Abu Muhammad, and handling strike will be Tamer Sayam, Ahmed Ridat, Abdullah Jaber and Abdul Hamid Abu Habib. Well, he was the hero of the side in the last game. Struck a goal seconds before the finish to give Palestine their first win in the tournament over Kyrgyzstan, and a valuable 3 points that they've taken in Group A. So in the first few games in Group A, Palestine beat Kyrgyzstan 1-0 with Abu Habib scoring 6 minutes into added time. In Maldives and Myanmar, it was Myanmar that emerged winners by capping it off with a 3-2 scoreline. Kyo Ko Ko hit the target twice and Nyen Chan Ong hit it once. Now, let's also remind you that both these teams stand level on points and goal difference in the contest. Whose game will it be today? Well, that's very interesting to find out. So do stay with us and we'll tell you more as we progress through this game itself. The AFC Challenge Cup, well, this event is a memorable one for the simple reason that it's going to be the last edition, the 5th and final edition of the tournament. Remember, the winner gets automatic qualification to the Asian Cup 2015. Referee Nur Mohammed waiting to kick off the action. And here we go into the game at the National Stadium in Mali, with Myanmar kicking off proceedings. They will be, well, eager to get the early strike. It's back to Zomin Thun. Straight back to the keeper, Tiha Situ. Palestine looked like they were going to get in on the action for just a little bit. Coming on down the left flank, it's Situ Ong. It's going to be a quick run there from Kyo Ko Ko. Kyo Ko Ko takes that forward. But it's going to be easy defense here for the Palestinians. That's the coach of Palestine, Jamal Mahmoud. Corner opportunity and a shot corner taken. In Chan Ong. hold on to it, but it's going to be a throw-in opportunity. Will be taken by Sithuong. Well, that's a decent delivery by Sithuong, but picked up by Ramzi Saleh. And a quick run forward now from Tamer Sayam. A little bit of slipping and sliding there. That's going to prove expensive, and it looks like we've got a first casualty on field as well. Abu Habib came off the bench in the first game, proved to be hero for the national squad. It was Musa Abu Jazar, who slipped and fell. Bit of damage control being done on the back line by Tamer. Taken away by Kader Abu Muhammad. And Kin Wong Lin manages to get the ball away just in time. Sent forward by Yanong Kyo. Oh, that's good defensive work being done there. And it's Tiha Sithu who sticks the foot out to deny Al Fawaghra. Will be a corner opportunity for the Palestinians here. Al Fawaghra racing through. Well, all he had to do was get the better of the keeper, but that's excellent work by the Myanmar custodian. Stuck a foot out just in the nick of time. Up now by Yanong Kyo. Abu Jazer. It's back to Abu Jazer. Abu Jazer, quite the lad on his day. For an opportunity for Team Myanmar. Hong Zhou will take it. Got another lad down, and this time it's Kader Abu Muhammad. Well, a complaint being made there by Khalid Mahdi. Kyokoko, well, the guilty party. Well, it did happen in a rush. Qadir Abu Muhammad looks like he's taken a knock to the side of his ribs, to his right side. There might definitely be something in here for Myanmar. Aung San taking the throw in. Well, that's knocked straight into the goal area. They've got Kyokoko. Well, we'll have to, well, give it up. Not too happy about that call by the linesman. Ramsey Saleh gets ready to take the kick. Let's tell you a little bit more about the place itself before we can get on to anything else. Currently we are at the National Football Stadium, which is a multi-purpose stadium here in Mali. It's used mainly for football matches of the Devehi League, the FAM Cup, and for international games like this. The stadium holds around 13,000 spectators. It's well, a better evening than yesterday. We had a bit of well, odd weather last night, but today it's 28 degrees Celsius, 73% relative humidity. We've had rain showers for most part of the day, and certain parts of the ground is still wet. Kyokoko not too happy about the referee's decision. Let's also keep you in the loop that the 2014 AFC Challenge Cup, which was part of the Vision Asia program, which is now defunct, was created to help developing Asian football nations, well, upgrade the quality of their football and to put them, well, into the big contests with the big boys, which is why that ticket to the Asian Cup was initiated from 2008, the 2010, 2012, and now the 2014 edition of the tournament. It's a bit sad that we won't be seeing any more of it, so we're going to take in as much as we can from this event. Free kick opportunity for Team Palestine, 10 minutes into the game, and it's Al Fawaghra that is getting ready. He's got a good foot on him. Will he be able to, well, use it for his team's benefit? Well, that's slotted. A very good save there. TRC2, well, made it look so easy, but that was a powerful shot that came straight off the boot of Ashraf Al Fawaghra. Got an opportunity for Palestine. And the Redeemers, as they are known, are certainly taking this game to a new level. Here's Al Fawaghra. Places that a bit too far. That's a good header, lovely connect, but nowhere near the target. Tamir Sayam, did he get behind it? Al Fawaghra with the corner. And it wasn't, well, Tamir Sayam with the header. That's the lad who took the header. That's Al Badari, Abdul Latif Al Badari. Followed by Ongzo. That's a quick run into the goal area. Kyokoko can bring on the threat at any time. Throw in for Palestine. Abdullah Jaber taking it. Snatched away easily by Team Myanmar. Kim Wong Lun. Good assist, but it's picked up by the keeper, Ramsey Saleh. He escapes the tackle well. Musa Abu Jazar. Al Fawaghra. Eager to provide, but that's pulled away safely. Abdul Latif. Escaped the tackle. He's one good talent that the team's got. Kyokoko. Some of the services of his good mate Keelan. He's not in the playing squad this time, was a star in 2012. Run through by Kyokoko. We've got another casualty on field. Saleh having a quick word with his teammate. Abdul Latif Al-Badari. Oh, that's a very good assist. Myanmar beginning to look very dangerous here. And it's certainly causing a few problems for the Palestinian back line. Ongzo finds Zominton. Down the centre. There's Yanon Kyo. Back to Yanon Kyo. Ongzo with the long ball. Got a player getting ready to come on. And that's Murad Said. Wasn't in the starting lineup today. So it could be a worry for Kader Abu Muhammad, who was injured just a while back. Talk about holding on to the jersey. Lanka on. At his jersey pulled apart. Ashraf Patat. Center. Musa Abu Jazar. He's limped away. Abdullah Jaber. And well, just as we thought, Murad Said will replace Kader Abu Muhammad, who was injured.
Substitution for Palestine, jersey number 20, Kader Abu Muhammad, replaced by jersey number 23, Murad Said.
fairly blatant tackle on Abdullah Jaber. Abu Jazer takes the free kick. Oh, what a chance missed! Well, that's as close as it gets. Al Fawaghra, that was a sitter right in front of the Myanmar goal. All that was needed was his gentle touch. And Al Fawaghra, well, picks up a caution as well for dissent. Well, it's a gentleman's game. You've got to control, well, your expression sometimes, most times. So the first caution in the game, and a really big miss there for Al Fawaghra. Well, he did take a bad knock. He was moved to tears earlier. There, Abu Muhammad. Palestinian defense managed to clear the threat, or the oncoming threat from Myanmar. Giving assist for the time being. So not much has changed since the kickoff. It's still even Stevens, and there's no change in the scoreline as yet. Well, just to keep you in the loop, there are two groups so far in the AFC Challenge Cup 2014. Myanmar, Palestine, Kyrgyzstan and Maldives in Group A. And in Group B, we've got Turkmenistan, Philippines, Afghanistan and Laos. Oh, let's not forget that Myanmar and Palestine sit at the top of their world group. They are level on points and goal difference, 3 points in the bag and a goal difference of +1. Although Myanmar have scored more goals. In Group B, it's Turkmenistan that lead the way with 3 points and a goal difference of +4 after delivering a 5-1 knockout blow to Laos. Philippines and Afghanistan played out a goalless stalemate, so they sit level on 1 point each, right behind Group B leaders Turkmenistan. 20 minutes into the game, it's still Myanmar 0, Palestine 0, right here at the National Stadium in Male. There with the long ball, will be received by Al Fawaghra. Decides the best way to send it would be to make for outside. That's a bit of a wild shot, nowhere close to the target, and just letting one loose there. It's Abu Jazer. Measures being taken by Team Palestine. Fancy assist straight into the goal area, but that's picked up safely by Tihasi Tu. That on-hand kill. pass to the right flank by Abdul Hamid. Al Fawaghra approaches again. The Redeemers looking fairly dangerous, but not for too long. As Myanmar claim possession once again. Oh, that was a solid shot there. Ong Men Kyo responsible. Ramovich not happy with what's been happening on field. His expression says it all. So free kick here for the Palestinians. Could this be the first goal as well? Al Fawaghra will take it. Well, he's put that absolutely nowhere near the target. And Al Fawaghra had readied himself. Decides to let Murad Said go with it, which is a bit odd. Murad Said, of course, a very experienced player. Saleh. Start the action with that goal kick. Pass back to Murad Said. Saleh. Organized Palestine defense that's kept him away. Once again, an effort that goes way over the crossbar. This time it comes from Min Min Thu. And that's definitely an injury for Abdul Hamid. Sorry, for Qadir Abu Mohammed. He appears to be leaving the field more than anything else. That's the feeling that you get. You wait sometimes even a lifetime to represent your own country as an athlete. And even though the mind is willing, sometimes the body can just slip up. And injuries are injuries. It's going to be a caution here for certain. Responsible for bringing down Min Min Thu was Musa Bujazar. Bujazar has picked up a caution. It's the second yellow card in the game. So this time Team Myanmar have a fairly close chance. Can they make the most of it? Struck fairly well, no way through and turned around. Khalid Mahdi. Al Fawaghra, very, very upset about something. Abdullah Jaber takes the throw in. Long ball. Received by Al Fawaghra. It's now Musa Batat. Batat takes that through and slots it towards goal. It was an easy collect for Tehasidu, but all the same, it's a threat. Minutes into the game. Well, the teams will have to work a lot harder if they are to hit the target. Sheikh Long, a helping hand to the back line. Up by Abu Jazar. Jazar finding Abdullah Jaber. Knocked away by Min Min Thu. Al Fawaghra. And that's the water break. If you're wondering where the players are going, it's going to be a 3-minute water break. Well, the humidity here has been a bit much. Yesterday, referee Valentin Kovalenko in a game between the Philippines and Afghanistan, well, he had a really bad nosebleed as well. So a few refreshments and we'll be back with the action in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. The total water break is about 3 minutes. So 15 minutes to go from now. But the teams on field will be very eager to hit the target. Well, they failed to do so in the last half hour. They've been rehydrated. And it's back to the action here at the National Stadium in Male as Myanmar and Palestine resume their Group A encounter. A fairly nifty pass from Min Min Thu. Myanmar looking for strike one. It's Kyoko Ko. Kyoko Ko trying to take that through, and Abu Jazir finally snatches it away. It's off to Abdullah Jabbar. Give it a go. Palestinian players. Squared that off to Kim Wong On. So, quick pass back from Yan Peng. Off to Non Peng Kyo. Safely back with Ramzi Saleh. Talk about defensive measures being taken. Palestine are also trying to push as hard as they can against Team Myanmar. Those moments now with Palestine will be very eager to change things around. They do know that time will be running out sooner or later. Abu Jazir steps in, comes in from the left flank. That's turned away safely by the right back, Ong Hein Kyo. Well, it hasn't been an easy task. The first half hour, of course, saw a lot of attacks from Team Myanmar. be a throw-in for Team Myanmar that will be taken by Kin Wong Win. A back header from Nyen Chan Ong, picked up by Abu Jazer. A quick back pass there from Abu Habib, and to the wrong team, because Ong Zaw suddenly pounced on that and pulled it away. This time damage control from Al Badri. Time is of the essence here. We've not got too much of it. The one thing is for certain, or despite the fact that they've not had too many shots on goal, well, both teams have actually tried to stretch it as much as they can. That's a familiar sight once again. Kin Mong Win. He's missed out on a few good chances here. Now, the odd bit about both these teams is they play very attacking football, but they haven't been able to get past each other's defense. Abu Jazer is down, so we've got to get him tended to as well. We will figure out what exactly is wrong with Abu Jazer. And it's Yan Peng who's picked up a caution. He's trying to figure out why. Well, it was Yan Peng whose elbow did knock into Abu Jazer. And that's what he's trying to confirm. So the captain gets a caution. He's been the main striker for Vietnam for some time, for Myanmar for some time, and is a very good friend of one of the Vietnam stars, Lacon Win, who was also playing for Consadole Sapporo for some period of time in Japan, the first Vietnamese footballer to do that. So he and Yan Peng go back a long way. So the dead ball. We are heading towards full time here, let's remind you, but more importantly, what is a key factor to keep in mind is the fact that there's only one thing that gets you maximum points here, and it's goals. Radi Avramovic, well, the coach of Myanmar who took over the reins this year, certainly wasn't too happy with whatever's been going on field as of now. Let's also tell you a little bit about this place. The city geographically is located in a rather beautiful spot at the southern edge of North Malay Atoll. And traditionally it was the King's Island, from where the ancient Maldive royal dynasties ruled, where the palace was located. The city was then called Mahal. Oh, that's living life dangerously for Ramsey. Ramsey Saleh just giving the Myanmar players a bit of time to close in. And yes, they do. Sita Wong trying to restore it. That'll be a free kick opportunity for Team Myanmar. Now, formerly there was a walled city surrounded by fortification and gates, which is known as Daroshi here. The royal palace, or the Ganduvaru, was destroyed along with the picturesque forts, or the Kotte and bastions Buruzu, and the city was remodeled. However, the beautifully decorated Malay Hukuru Miski remains. In recent years, the island has been considerably expanded through landfilling operations. It's the most populated spot in the Maldives, and where there's a mix of the old and the new, with towering buildings and a whole a lot of activity. Well, decent enough delivery into the box, but turned away rather easily by the Palestinian defense. It's Abu Jazer once again. A free kick opportunity for Palestine, for Abu Jazer being brought down. And doing the honours was Abdullah Jaber. Al Fawaghra will be kept at bay for the time being by Kim Wong-win, but he's persistent. Al Fawaghra, he's sticking around here. He wants a solo effort, but decides to provide an assist, and once again another wasted shot. Well, couldn't get entirely behind it. Abu Habib, Abdul Hamid Abu Habib, well, did get the assist. Wasn't entirely in control of that effort, and that's made the difference here. So we've hit the 45. We will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages.
There will be 5 minutes of added time.
5 minutes of added time is what we have, and that, of course, does include the 3 minutes that was spent on the drink break. Finds Somin too. Well, if you ever get a chance to come here and visit this beautiful location, I must tell you, a lot of my friends, of course, and people that I know love to go to the Friday Mosque, but my favorite is actually, although I do love the Friday Mosque for its religious significance, the Sultan Park in the National Museum, well, that's really an extraordinary place. Team Myanmar, well, bringing on the attack here, but unable to get past the Palestinian defenders. Was a fairly strong shot from Yanong Kyo. So I was just talking about this place, so just along from the Mulage is one of the last green spots of the island. Sultan Park was a historic palace grounds of the Sultans. It's open every day except Fridays, and in the park is the National Museum, which gives you a gist of the life the Sultans led once upon a time. Now, this is my favorite. In the southeast corner of the park is an ancient, well, that's picked up safely by Ramzi Saleh. So in the southeast corner of the Sultan Park is an ancient, compact and very fascinating mosque. It's called Kalhu Vakaru Miski. It was at one point of time situated elsewhere, but was auctioned off and rebuilt on a resort, brought back and reconstructed in this very spot. What's very important about this construction is there was no mortar that was used between the massive carved caudal stones, and there's absolutely no nails in the wood. The secret is the keystone, those blocks depicting locked double doors and a hanging key. It's very, very unique. So if you get a chance to, it's a marvel. I love creative stuff that has a bit of mystery behind it. So Team Myanmar still on the prowl here for a goal. It's off to Kim Wong-win. Kim Wong-win finding the gap. Back now to Yan Peng. Kyoko, what's he going to do this time? Well, he will surrender possession. Big run from Al Fawaghra. And that's strike one. The Palestinians have found a way through. And it's the hero of the day once again. Well, he's certainly done well, instrumental twice in helping out Palestine. Abdul Hamid Abu Habib. Well, he has been instrumental, but let's credit this man for it. Al Fawaghra, lovely pass, finds the gap there, and that layoff actually working well. All it needs is placement to get the better of keeper Tihasi2. And Abdul Hamid Abu Habib knocks it in with a left foot. So 1-0 Palestine, and finally a change in the game. It was a setup from Al Fawaghra. So bringing him on off the bench in the first game paid off. bringing him on in the starting lineup has also paid off. Smart move there by Jamal Mahmood. So Palestine have got the lead, and now Myanmar have a task ahead of them to try and pull level. Yan Peng, they could rely on him for that. But we've got a good crowd here that are bringing on the cheer for the respective sides on field. Well, it's an arm, says Abdullah Jaber, but the referee will have none of it. It's going to be a free kick opportunity for Myanmar. Well, that's definitely a challenge, nothing to do with the arm. Nien Chanong being brought down. So nothing to worry about as far as, well, the first period is concerned for Palestine, as referee Nagor Amir Nur Mohammed brings the first period to an end. It's Myanmar 0, Palestine 1, the half-time score. Goal scorer Abu Habib. Well, do stay with us for second half action to find out if Myanmar can come from behind to pull off a win, or will it be the Palestinians who rule here today. Join you in just a little bit. Welcome back to second half action at the National Stadium in Mali as Myanmar and Palestine resume their Group A battle in the AFC Challenge Cup 2014. Remember, both teams walked into this game level on points and goal difference. That's 3 points in the bag and a goal difference of +1. But today, Palestine, of course, did take the upper hand in the first part of the game with a goal, a late goal, well, close to the break, coming from Abdul Hamid Abu Habib. It's his second strike. He's scored a goal in each match so far. So we start off with the score at Myanmar 1, Myanmar 0, Palestine 1. The referee not happy about the time. He wants to get on with the game. Palestinians just waiting for their lads to come on. Let's get going with the huddle, says Al-Badari. Got to wait for Ramzi Saleh. He's got to change his socks or shoes at the last minute. But sometimes if you do feel uncomfortable when getting back out onto field, you want to affect that change. A referee being patient here. Ramzi Saleh finally makes his way onto field. Let's remind you of the half-time score. Was Myanmar 0, Palestine 1. That's how we start off second half action. There will be Team Palestine to kick off proceedings in the second period. And it's into the action right here in the second period. Palestine taking the first shot. Well, that's just a warning from Abu Jazer that says, hey, we've arrived and we're here for the kill back again. Quickly knocked away, so no worries at all. Coming to the aid of his side, Khalid Mahdi. Myanmar have just developed a few worries here. Oh, that was such a close call, but Ramzi Saleh, last minute move there, that damage control working well for him. Kyokoko saying, it's a corner for us. Well, he can't believe it. Well, that was a fancy effort. That ball could have just crawled in. Got a hand to it in time. Ramzi Saleh, excellent work being done by Situong. Almost pulled Myanmar level here. Radi Abramovic. We'll talk a little bit about him. Serbian has been around the globe but found his, well, calling in Southeast Asia as a manager. He's done extremely well in the development of teams from the Southeast Asian region. And well, there'll be a lot of grateful football fans in that part of the world. Straight off now to Zomintun. Picked up rather quickly by Batat. Al Fawaghra now. Al Fawaghra taking that through. It's Al Fawaghra, could be the second goal, and yes it is! Palestine are 2 goals ahead. That is a brilliant solo run from the Palestinian. Al Fawaghra, he's been such a threat to the Myanmar defense right through the first period, and here he finally hits the target after providing an assist for the first goal. So 2-0 Palestine. Well, the Myanmar defense will have to look back on the manner in which they've just let the lads in white through, and the Redeemers, well, exploiting that moment to the maximum. So 2 goals in the bag, and it's beginning to look a little bleak here for Team Myanmar. Lovely strike by Al Fawaghra. And he's a good lad, loves the celebration. So Ashraf Al Fawaghra with his first goal in the campaign. Well, it was his assist that was sent home earlier by Abu Habib, and Radi Abramovic, the Myanmar coach, will have to bring on a few changes here. Well, if you look back at the Myanmar game, it's a very interesting story. Their first game, getting tangled up in his own mess there, was Tamer Sayam. Finds it better to move it to Murat's side. Quick left pass from Batat, and that's going to be a corner for Palestine. With Ong Hen Pyo knocking the ball out. Jamal Mahmood talking to his lads and getting ready to take to the field is Kong Si-tu. Myanmar defense holding strong. Fawaghra flying high once again. And Min 2 is brought down, which means it's a free kick opportunity for Al Fawaghra responsible. Guilty as charged, if you ask me, this time. And that's the change that we have, replacing Situ Ong. It is Kong Situ.
Substitution for Myanmar, jersey number 12, Situ Ang, replaced by jersey number 13, Kang Situ.
Opportunity for Team Myanmar. Nen Chan Ong will take it. Palestinian defense holding strong here. Down to Kim Wong Lwin, and that's good work being done by Kin. Sent it back to his keeper, Thihasi Tu. With danger lurking around. Found a way through was Musab Batat. Batat has done a great job here. Oh, that's a lovely assist, but a stitch in time saves 9, and that's exactly what you've got to credit Kin Mong Lwin and the defenders behind 4. Lovely setup from the left flank. Abdullah Jabbar bringing on the threat here as well. So corner opportunity for Team Palestine. Oh, that hits the side netting. Sigh of relief there for Thihasi Tu. And it was Khalid Mahdi, well, who glanced that. Would have been a fairly good strike had it found its mark. But no worries, goes past the left post and hits the side netting. Myanmar can rest easy for just a little bit. Fawaghra. Side Murad. Slip to side. It's Khalid Mahdi. Got a Palestinian supporter there on the sidelines. Coming in for Tamer Sayam, it's going to be Hussam Abu Salah.
Substitution for Palestine.
Abu Salah works more as a defender.
Replaced by jersey number 3, Hussam Abu Salah.
Oh, that's a fairly decent shot, but it won't hit the target this time. Bit of disappointment there for Nien Chanong. Throw an opportunity. Palestine inside. Find Abu Jasser. Abu Jasser surrendering possession. But Myanmar haven't really been able to make an attack. And that's, well, just one of the odd bits in the game. But you need to attack if you want to put the pressure on the opposition. Side finds Al Fawaghra. "60 minutes into the game, Palestine firmly in front, 2 goals ahead. Another change. Min Min 2 will be replaced. Coming in for him is Kyaomin U.
Substitution for Myanmar. Jersey number 8, Min Min 2, replaced by jersey number 20, Cho Min U.
Uzair. It's off the side. Some Abu Salah, sorry. Abu Salah looking for a helping hand. Oh, that's a bit of an odd challenge. Taking the knock was Musab Batat. Batat rushed there by Kin Mong Lun. Oh, that's a lovely ball in. Will he be able to keep it within the line of play? Well, almost does it. Did try his best, Abu Salah. That's a hefty clearance. AFC 2. So it's proving to be quite a tough task here for Myanmar as they battle it out with Palestine. Ramzi Saleh makes a routine collect. But just one of those odd bits where you've got a team that really wants the title more than anything else. That will be turned down. Right behind it. No way through for PRC2. Let's very quickly run through a few bits and bobs about this game. Well, let's start with the Palestine national football team. They were founded way back in 1928. However, a team for a future Arab state. Was recognized by FIFA in 1998 after the creation of the Palestine National Authority. Now, they've yet to qualify for the Asian Cup and the World Cup. The team reached an all-time high position of 115 in the FIFA ranking in April 2006 after 7 years of progression from 191st in August 1999. 26th October 2008. Palestine played against Jordan in the newly renovated Faisal Al Husseini International Stadium in Al Ram, which is north of Jerusalem. The game, of course, was a one-all draw. It was a historic moment to hold the game in their own territory. In recognition of their efforts, the Palestine Football Federation was awarded FIFA's inaugural Development Award. known as the Redeemers, the Knights, the Lions of Canaan. This is their third appearance in the AFC Challenge Cup. Jamal Mahmood is their manager. He's a former Jordanian footballer who played for Al Wadat from 1991 to 2002. He's also been assistant manager of Shabab Al Ordon in Jordan and Al Wadat in Jordan. His first managerial job was with Hilal Al Quds 2010 to 2011, and at the end of 2011 he was made manager of Palestine. It's the first country that he's been in charge of, and that comes of course with a huge responsibility. Club management, well, is so much different from being a country manager. Talking about Team Palestine, but right now it's Myanmar. They're very eager to reduce the deficit. Quick pass back from Yanong Kyo. Now stepping it up, Yan Peng. But will get as far as finding the feet. Musab Batat. Opportunity for Myanmar. Nain Chanong will take it. Well, Myanmar unable to do much of that corner opportunity. Let's tell you a bit about Ramzi Saleh. Well, he was born in Cairo in Egypt, and he plays for Smuha of the Egyptian Premier League. He's a current captain of the Palestine team. Well, his performances for Palestine were so good that it led to a trial with Sheffield United during the 2005-2006 season, but due to being unable to procure a work permit, he did not play for them. He's the most capped player for Palestine at the international level and has participated in every single FIFA World Cup qualification campaign from 2002 to 2014 until injury kept him out for the game against Afghanistan and the one against Thailand in the preliminary rounds of the 2014 World Cup qualification. Free kick opportunity for Palestine. The other teams he's played for in the past: Shabab Jalia, Al Ahli, Al Muraik, and now Smuha. Oh, that's a bit of a blind shot. Al Fawaghra hunting down his brace, but he's put that wide. 70 minutes into the game, was just talking about Ramzi Saleh, the goalkeeper of Palestine, has made 71 appearances for Palestine since 2000 before coming into, well, this tournament. Another experienced player is Hussam Abu Saleh, who's played for Bnei Sakim, Maccabi Kafir Khana, Hapoel, Bnei Tamra and Hilal Al Quds. From 2009 has made 30 appearances with 3 goals for Palestine. He's 32 years old. Ramzi Saleh is 29, sorry, he's 33. Well, that's another wasted shot. Absolutely no way through there. Trying to figure out what was he thinking, Kyo Minu. He does take the shot on goal. So time is of the essence here for Myanmar. It's under 20 minutes left in this game. Yan Peng. Off to Kyokoko. Steps into Ongzo. It's back to Kyokoko. Kyokoko holding on. Kyokoko was still with it. Manages to keep the opposition at bay. Big pass from the centre. Somin Thun. Yan Peng, captain and main striker. Yan Peng. That one-touch pass might prove to be helpful. Appeal for a penalty, but is there going to be one? Absolutely not. It's going to be a corner for certain. In Shanong, once again, well, can he set the ball up well this time? Has put it wide on 2 previous occasions. Getting ready to come on, as we can see, is Yaza Wintien. So that's a water break after 30 minutes. Or I don't know whether that's a water break, but it's certainly an injury, and Jamal Mahmood talking to his lads as well, so it could be the water break. Well, every 30 minutes in the game right here at the National Stadium there will be a water break for, well, the heat and the humidity. That's the reason why. So well, that's the water break now. Earlier it was injury, so it's a double water break as we see. Well, let's remind you of the scoreline. It's still Myanmar 0 and Palestine 2, with the Palestinians very keen on pulling off a win here today. Well, they could be, well, if they do pull off a win here today, it sets them in a very strong position and definite qualification for the next round. It also depends on what Kyrgyzstan and Maldives can do. They have yet to pick up their first points in the game. Bit of the magic spray. That's for Kin Wong Lun. He's been a star here today. Al Fawaghra. full name is Ashraf Al Fawaghra, 27 years old, plays for Taraji Wadi Al Nes. Can't help but feel sorry for Yan Peng, one of the more experienced players in the team, 30 years old, plays for Yada Narbonne. Has represented Myanmar on numerous occasions. We'll tell you a bit about Myanmar. They've got such a rich history behind them. Well, we've got a little supporter with a big drum. And can he produce a beat? Well, he's certainly given us a taste of it. So Yan Peng comes off, and in for him it's Yasa Win Thien.
Jersey number 9, Yan Peng, replaced by jersey number 7, Yasa Win Thien.
So Yasa Win Thien is in for Yan Peng. Kick goes straight back to TRC2. That's knocked away with the crossbar, so no way through this time. But at least Ong Zaw voicing the intentions of the Myanmar squad. Let's tell you a bit about Myanmar. Now, Myanmar national football team, the White Angels as they are called, were known as the Burma national football team until 1989 when Burma was renamed Myanmar. They've got a rich history behind them. They finished second in the 1968 Asian Games. They were runners-up there. Silver medalists. Now they have participated in the Summer Olympics in 1972 in Munich and in the Asian Games. Very dominant force in football in Southeast Asia in the 1960s and 70s. They won the Asian Games twice, in 1966 and 1970. And the Southeast Asian Games, they won it on 5 occasions: 1965, 1967, 69, 71 and 73. Since then, the highest achievement is a silver medal in 1993. They also played their first World Cup qualifiers in 2007, losing 7-0 and 4-0 to China in both games, respectively. No way through for Yanong Kyo. And Khalid Mahdi does just enough to get the ball away. So we've touched 18 minutes. We'll have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages, and also that will make up for the water break. Tihasitu, the goalkeeper, known to be an enthusiastic and hard-working lad, has been with the national team for some time. A shot corner taken for Myanmar. Slip back quickly, trying to provide Kyaw Minu. It's going to be another corner. Standing in the way there was Abdullah Jaber. Once again, another shot corner. I wonder what the ploy behind that really is. The shot corner, and then Yasa Win Thien takes the kick. This time, Samu Salah manages to clear the danger. Al Fawaghra will receive that. Palestine packing on a bit of pace. It's Abu Salah who comes in. Could this be another goal? But that's put away from the target. Oh, just needed to get the accuracy factor down, Pat, but he's missed out on that chance. Musab Batat. It's a strong right footer from him. Lovely setup by Al Fawaghra. Found the gap. He found his man. And that's one of the key differences in the game. Well, Palestine have had a lad who's been able to control much of the action on field. Al-Badari will be replaced by Haitham Theeb.
Replaced by jersey number 16.
Haitham Theeb comes in for Abdul Latif MS Al-Badari. I was was just talking about Ashraf Al Fawaghra. The fact that he's been able to control the game, come up with those opportunities, set up goals, that's made such a difference, as well as hit one home. Team Myanmar still looking for a way through. We'll just get the idea that Myanmar have been able to get right till the Palestine backline, and they seem to choke at that very point when they come close. I don't know whether it's intimidation or the fact that you've got, well, the Palestine players are much bigger in size, some of them a lot broader as well. But you've got players like Yan Peng, who's pretty big. Straight back to Ramzi Saleh. I was just talking about Thihasi Tu a while back. He's made 19 appearances for Myanmar, the goalkeeper. He's also played for AA Avadi United and Yathan Arbonne. Kin Wong Lun, one of the most experienced players in the team after Yan Peng. 50 appearances with 4 goals for Myanmar since 2006. So back on the trot here, Susam Abu Salah. Abu Salah. Well, that's quick work being done. And Said unable to hold on. The ball gets away from him. So Kin Wong Lun has played for Kanbauza FC and Yangon United since 2010. Yan Peng used to play for Finance and Revenue, but has been with Yathan Arbonne since 2009. Yan Peng since 2001 has made 59 appearances, scoring 31 goals. He's the leading goal scorer for Myanmar. Kyoko Ko. He's one of the new finds in the team. He's 21 years old. Scored 5 goals in the 2011 Southeast Asian Games. Helped the Myanmar under-23 team secure a 3rd place finish and a bronze medal. But since 2010 for the senior team, he's made 10 appearances with 2 goals. Al Fawaghra once again bringing on the threat here. Clubs that he's played for: Zayar, Shui Mai and Yangon United. Kyoko Ko. Injury for Al Fawaghra. Hit the stretcher, son, seems to be saying the referee. Let's get it on with. But in all that talk about Myanmar, forgot to make a main mention about Radoiko or Radi Avramovic, the goalkeeper of Notts County as he's known. He's a Serbian football coach who played for Yugoslavia as a goalkeeper, making just 1 appearance in 1978. Here's the story about him. He discontinued his law studies 2 years into university to become a footballer. Was scouted by Notts County manager Jimmy Cyril, who signed him for a club record of £200,000 in 1979, and said later on that that was probably money well spent. He said Avramovic was one of his best players. Well, a slip and a slide, and that ball is put wide. And it's also a pull here. Looks like a muscle pull or a hamstring pull. So back to Radi Avramovic. Well, in his first season with Notts County, he kept 16 clean sheets, and due to his efforts, the club was promoted to the first division in 1981, making a return to the top flight after 54 years. For Notts County, he made 167 appearances before moving to Covent City for the 83-84 season. He also met his wife Bratislava in the summer of 1973, and They were married 2 years later. She gave up a career in psychology to follow him to England when he signed for Notts County. They've got a son, Ivan Abramovich, who doesn't, well, necessarily play football like his dad. He does for recreation. He's got a degree in media studies from Covent University. ASEAN Football Federation Coach of the Year 2013, and he's won the ASEAN Football Championship, which is now known as the AFF Suzuki Cup, for Singapore on 3 occasions: 2004, 2007 and 2012. Spent a decade with the island nation. Teams that he's played for: FK Borak Kachak, HNK Rijeka, Notts County, Covent City. His last club was OFK Beograd when he retired in '85 at the age of 35 years. Teams that he's managed: Oman under-23, Kuwait assistant coach, Kuwait under-23 coach. In 2002 he was Kuwait coach, then Muscat club Rui. 2003 to 2012 with Singapore, and 2014 he's been carrying him to Myanmar. It's been quite a journey for Radoiko, or as most of the Southeast Asian nations know him as Radi Avramovich. In England, of course, he will always be the goalkeeper of Notts County. Years old now, Radi. Not getting any younger either. Well, we're slowly closing in on full-time here. We will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages, as I did say earlier. We will also find out whether Palestine get themselves into a strong position. Well, if they've got 6 points in the bag here today, they've certainly moved a step closer towards qualifying for the next round. Having said that, if Palestine, if Maldives can pull off a win in Bianik's game when they play Palestine, there's every chance that they could still have, well, a go-ahead, especially if they can get the better of Kyrgyzstan today. Well, ifs and buts and sticks and stones, but for the moment it's Palestine comfortably in the driver's seat, where they'll lead by 2-0. Said Murad. Well, the receiving end of a move there by Abdullah Jaber, and Kyokoko not happy. He's got a complaint against Abdullah Jaber, but Abdullah Jaber didn't knock him once with the foot.
There will be 5 minutes of added time.
Well, he's got the initials KK and KO on his back. Kyokoko. 5 minutes of added time is what we have in the game. Well, if we want to make it sound hip, it'd just be a triple KO. Sounds like a knockout, doesn't it? He's one of the new talents of Myanmar. He's done very well in recent times. We've got a player down. It's Nain Chanong. Well, Al Fawaghra was trying to reach for the ball. Nain Chanong falling over. Free kick opportunity for Team Myanmar. Cruising towards a win here today. That's exactly what Palestine are doing into the last few minutes of the game. one thing's certain, that Palestine have been the better side here today. Regardless, it was Myanmar who came out all guns blazing in the first period, and then suddenly lost a whole lot of steam. And it's Palestine who really took over, started changing the entire game around. And the pace generated by Al Fawaghra making a huge difference. Could be another shot here. And that stopped twice. Tihasitu coming to the aid of his side. Well, the Myanmar custodian standing his ground twice. And a third time around as well. Oh, Palestine are a persistent lot, aren't they? It was Haitham Theep who was closing in. It's a bit of a warrior for Tihasitu. He was called into action, well, 3 times consecutively. Well, full marks for his efforts. First keeps Abu Habib at bay. Then, of course, an unintentional deflection of Ong Zo. And there's still more to come. Well, Abdul Jabbar was denied, and the woodwork coming to the aid of Myanmar. But Tihasitu did have it covered, and Haitham Theep with the last effort. Myanmar will go on to meet Kyrgyzstan next. Happens the day after tomorrow. Oh, what a chance missed here. Lovely effort from Abu Salah. Puts it past the away post. Well, just had to get the angle right. Was never going to be an easy shot. Was aiming for the right-hand corner of the Myanmar goal. But he's done well enough. Well, has kept the Myanmar defense on its toes, well, since the time that he came off the bench. Got a fairly decent crowd here today. It's been noisy, and the noisier the crowd, well, the better the game on field as well. The Myanmar attack hasn't looked convincing. They played against the Maldives. They were pretty fiery, and I don't know whether it's the physical presence of the Palestinian players. Size does matter, well, as the film Godzilla would say, but in this case it's different. But physical strength so important sometimes. Having said that, the Palestinians, just like the Myanmar lads, are highly skilled. But Myanmar have only themselves to blame in this game, as referee Nagor Amir Nur Mohammed calls an end to the action. It's full-time here at the National Stadium in Mali, with Palestine picking up their second straight win. It's 6 points in the bag for Palestine now, who will sit at the top of the Group A table with a goal difference of +3 and 6 points after 2 wins. Well, goals scored in this game by Abdul Hamid Abu Habib and by Ashraf Al Fawaghra. So a goal on either side of the half, earning Palestine the victory. Final score at the National Stadium, it's Myanmar 0, Palestine 2. Thank you so much for sharing the action of this AFC Challenge Cup game with us, and I'm Glenn Mascarenas from the National Stadium in Mali saying goodbye for now, but don't forget to catch the Maldives versus Kyrgyzstan game later, when my mate Susin will guide you through the action.
maximum